everyone. I am sorry. 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 I'm running late. How is everyone? Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry. I am sorry. So I hope you guys are all doing good, and I'm sorry I'm running late. Anyway, my life is ridiculous. You know me. You beat me to my own video. Yes, you did. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. Do you guys hear my neighbor? Of course, he's got to start his stuff already. It's just ridiculous. Hey, Susan. Hey, Annette. Hey, Elizabeth. Hi, Ann. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Kayla. Wow, you're here early and I'm late. How are you? I'm okay. No. Hi, Grace. No, it's not like me to be late. It was totally not like me to be late. Time got away from me. I was in the middle of doing something and I looked up and I was late. So I'm happy to see you guys. Hi, Diana. Hi, Kathy. How's everybody? Yay, Patricia, Linda, Kathy's World. Hey, Liz. Hey, Dale. I'm sorry I was running late. I'm sorry. Hi, Mitzi. You're right. It is not like me. Anyway, you guys, I have my own chisel. It's like one of those things like when you are doing stuff and the next thing you know, time gets away from you and you're late. Hi, Kayla. Oh, you had your 15-month-old grandson? How wonderful is that, Kathy? Hi, Sarita. I'm sorry, Diana. I am sorry. I know Hottie Popo must be around somewhere. I talked with her earlier today. I think she'll be here, and I'm sorry to make you guys worry. I am so sorry. Not my intention. Not my intention at all. I made a bunch of videos earlier today because I've been slacking, you guys. I haven't been feeling great, so shit does happen. Poop does happen. I'm glad. No, I'm good. You sat in your chair eating Tootsie Pops. You're crazy. Hi, Rona. Welcome. Everybody say hi to Rona. You guys, you know what it was, and I shouldn't have done it, you guys know my ridiculousness with my shoulder and all that. Well, I overdid it. You guys, I can't help myself. I really can't some days, and I overdid it, and I hurt myself, and so... No, you know what happened was my littlest one, because I made them all clear out. I fussed at all of them and told them to go, because you guys here... It has been completely silent. And then today I go to make videos and the man across the street decides he's going to use his weed eater. You know, that's just how my life goes. Anyway, so I fussed on my kids and I'm like, make them get their stuff and get out. And then I got caught up doing stuff and my littlest daughter comes in and she goes, I thought it was like a minute, but it wasn't. It was long. So I don't know exactly. I had a couple plans of things I wanted to do today. I don't know what you guys are up to. Tell me what you guys are. You don't see Susan here? Well, she'll be here soon, I'm sure. You guys, I think they're still moving. I talked with her briefly today. Maybe she laid down and fell asleep. That stuff happens. Yes. Kayla says her sister's name is Rana too. She spells it with an H. Hey, Grace. So, I don't know what I'm going to work on. I have a couple of things, couple projects. So, you guys, I have the never-ending project. Who was it that said to me, what did I do this weekend? And I said I was working on my ridiculousness. I was trying to work on my calamari. And you guys, I don't know. I'm ridiculous is what it is. totally and absolutely ridiculous. Really, really, really ridiculous. So, I don't know if Honey Popo's here. I talked with her earlier. I don't know. Maybe she laid down. You know, she gets up early for her. Just to be at work early. Okay, so a couple things that we can work on is I've been making some crazy paperclip embellishments, but everybody's been talking on and on about making fabric charms. And so I thought maybe I would make a couple with you guys. They're so easy. I don't know if I have the right fabric here to do it, but we'll see. I have some, okay? Bits and pieces. So somebody was talking about like they didn't want to go buy any silks or whatever. Don't. Make it out of used clothing. Make it out of, I'll make a couple of things like this with you guys, and then I just want to get like a box of bits and pieces. So because I decided I was moving my stuff around as usual, nothing that I have is where it used to be. Guys, I'm sorry, I got a mess going on here. So I thought I'd make a couple of, look, somebody gave me this. These are fat quarters. And let me see, these are just scraps. This is a part of a kid's pair of pajamas that had fallen apart or too small. Piece of fabric. Everybody was on and on about what you use. Well, I'm going to show you. Guys, somewhere in my stuff I have boxes and boxes of these. I've made them so many times. I usually make them as journaling charms to hang off the ends of my journals. But we'll see. Use what you have. If all you have is fabric, use fabric. If all you have is yarn, use yarn. So we'll make a couple of fabric. I'll make a couple of fabric tassels with you guys, and then I'm going to, then maybe we'll make some paperclip embellishments. Just trying to look and see what I have. So I decided, you guys, I was moving all my stuff is because, you know, like my life cannot be just like plain old boring normal. Just looking in this bag of fabric and box of fabric that I thought was what it was, but it isn't. Here's another bag. So I thought I would. You'll be back shortly. Okay. See you when you get back then. Susan, give me a second. Okay, so if you guys want to make along, get a couple of, I don't know, get some yarn, get some, I'll make mine out of whatever I can find, and then you guys can see, and I'm sorry if you guys can keep hearing my neighbor, because he is going for it. He is, so here is bags of stuff. Bags of ridiculousness. All right, give me one more second. One more second, you guys. I'm coming right back. Just give me one more second. So you need some fabric, a pair of scissors, some wire if you want, and some beads. Ribbon if you want. Yes, but if you turn it, listen to me, you have to turn it really, really, really way, way, way down, because usually, and listen to me, if you go do it, you can't talk on the phone at the same time because you start yelling. Sorry, guys. It's my little one. Okay. So I found some. Guys, I have made these out of everything. I'm sorry. All right. Do you love my mess? Hey, Trace. Old sheets, pillowcases. Guys, I make it out of anything. Okay? And then I'll show you something super cool. Like, only if I can find it. Only if I can find. Get a couple of old book pages too. All right, let's see. All right, and so I'll show you some that I've made. I have a huge box of them somewhere. This is just a few of them. So these are bags of bits and pieces, and I'll just show you what I'm going to use when we get down to it. But I'll show you a couple that I've made. So here's some bits and pieces of fabric. We can decide our color palette. If you want to tear instead of cut, you need a natural fiber if you want them to tear straight. But I'll show you a couple that I've made here, and then we can make some together. They're so easy. They're very addictive. I'm going to warn you ahead of time. Hey, Tammy. All right, I've made more than this, but here's just a few. I have a big box of them somewhere. Okay. This one is made out of, and it's fat. This one has tulle, fabric scraps, tulle, yarn, and I made the bead cap out of a piece of paper, paper bag, or paper book pages. And then here's one with the bead cap made out of a soda can. You don't need to make them with a bead cap. Here's one that I did where I've made it where the bead cap is made out of beads wrapped around and around. All the same sort of like fabrics. And this is one that I just used the wire as the top and then put some mother of pearl and put it on a key ring. Okay. These were like a pair of old house curtains. Okay. And then, so you guys get the idea. They're so easy. Hey, Carla. Hey, Lizard. These are big, but they sit off of a big book. I mean, they're meant to be like an embellishment off a big journal. You can make them as thick or as small as you want. You can make them little, and you can make them fat. You know me, go big or go home. Anyway, I don't have any soda cans here with me, but I'll show you how to make the bead caps out of book pages, which are easy, and I don't know, we'll make some together, okay? So there's a few of my crazy bead caps. Now you can also make, tassels. You can also make them out of paper, you guys. You know, and here's one that I showed you guys the other day that's made. It's on a necklace, and it's made out of the weirdest bits and pieces. Some sequins, some sheer ribbon. I think this was an ugly shirt, and some fibers. Hey, Bethany, how are you? How are you? Okay, so let me decide what color I'm going to make. Well, I like this. I have all these very weird trims. And I like using those. I suggest until you get the hang of it, make them out of something thick. You know what I mean? Bigger. You know, and then once you get the real hang of making them, you can make them small. I have all these weird eyelash trims. This looks like it was a piece of some clothing because you can still see the clothing part on it. So you guys make them out of what you have. Don't go buy anything. Do not go buy anything. I can guarantee you all have some clothing somewhere that you could cut up to make tassels with. So you just want some strips. Okay, and I like mine all fray and whatever, but if you want yours all neat, make yours neat. I don't know what piece of clothing this was, but it was obviously something. Don't ask me what. When I first moved from the mainland to Hawaii, whatever, 9, 10 years ago, I had no, you guys, I used to be an avid sewer. I had multiple sewing machines and what have you. When I moved here, I had zero. And there's not a lot of fabric store choices on the island I live on. And even that long ago, there were not a lot of, and not every place shipped here. Now it's much better because, you know, as the internet's become more of a place to go, it's become better. Okay, so there's some strips of that. You can even use these small pieces. You don't have to like let them go. You can, we'll just see. So I'm gonna just strip a bunch of different colors and we'll see in this crazy black eyelash. Anyway, so I would buy a lot of stuff that I would make from the thrift store. And I was in a textile group and all these people had these amazing fabrics and most of mine all came from curtains and bath stuff. How are everybody? Can we say hello to Miss Pat? Everybody give a big howdy to Miss Pat because we love you, Pat, and we're happy. We hope you're having a good treatment and we are sending you love. Yeah, no fireworks are legal where I'm here. Hey, Pat. We love you, Pat. Everybody's saying hi, Pat. Linda's saying hi, Pat. Anne's saying hi, Pat. Shazzy is. Samantha is. Carla is. Linda is. Nana is. Kayala is. Everyone's sending you love, Pat. We love you and we miss you. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a bunch of strips and then we'll decide. Now, what's the cool thing? Angela's saying hi. Hi, Angela. Hi, Heather. What's cool is if you have some cotton fabric, all you have to do is take a snip at one end of your cotton fabric and it should rip. Yeah, that one didn't, but it should rip. Especially if you get it on the selvage, it should rip easily, but who knows what this one is. So Bethany saying hi to you too. All right, this one is not going to rip because I'm not cutting it on the selvage. I don't know, you guys. We'll try one more time. There we go. But you got to get it on the selvage edge and rip. Any natural fabric should rip. So I was making all my textile stuff out of clothes. I would go to the thrift store here and I would buy pieces of clothing. Hey, Jess. I am making tassels. I've made so many tassels in my life. You guys, I do have a video somewhere in my video extravaganza, but I focus mostly on making bead caps because I figure everybody in the world knows how to make tassels. All right? So strip all your clothing, strip all your, especially if you have like something that's sentimental. You know, I've made like wedding charms and all kinds of stuff from different bits and pieces. And I'll also show you guys how to, like this is kind of a loud piece of fabric. Very loud. Can I see your post? What did you post? What did I miss, Scotty? I can see your post now. Let me see. What did you post before? Hattie Popo is not here. I don't know where she is. I talked with her earlier and she said she was coming, but I don't know. You know, they have not finished moving. They got into their new home, but they still have their old home, and I don't know if she decided, you know, she also gets up at the crack of dawn to go to work. So, Scotty, she may be. Well, I'll show you how to make some bead caps. And if you guys have those, do any of you guys have those crazy, like, Nuvo drops and all that stuff? Those make really cool decorations for your bead caps. So, use what you have. Use what you have. Don't go and buy anything. And you can use any kind of fabric, you guys. You don't have to. My color palette may not be matching in this one, but we'll put enough of them together to where they'll look good. Let's see what else I have here. I do have a very strange array of fabric, but it's okay. The other thing you can put in your bead caps is chain. Do you guys have any old jewelry? You can put old necklaces. You don't have to just use fabric. Go for it, you guys. Use cool bits and pieces. Hey, Georgia, how are you? You're too old to strip all your clothing? Okay, Georgia, you're crazy. You know what I mean. I'm just saying, like, you know, we all think we're doing good by taking our stuff to the thrift store, but you'd be surprised how much of it ends up in the garbage, even if it's in really good condition. So, I say make crafts from it if you can. I say make crafts if you can. So, you can tell I live in Hawaii, right? Because all my fabric is Hawaiiana. I see Scotty. What's wrong? What happened with you, Scotty? I did see her. I saw Scotty's post and I answered her. What else did she post? What else did you post, Scotty? I don't see what else you post. I said I could see it. Can you guys not hear me? I said I could see it. I said I could see it. Can one of you guys type to her? I can see it. I'm gonna say, let me think. I can. Okay. So you guys, somebody type to her and tell her that I can see her. I can see her. I can see you. I haven't seen any. Oh my gosh, you guys. I didn't see anything other than you asking me if I could see your post and asking me if I've seen Susan, and I addressed it. So now when it comes to using these like really thin, fragile fabrics, like if they're silk, you can totally, you know, strip them. If they're not, they won't tear. Okay? You guys tell her to repost whatever it is she thinks I. Tell her to repost whatever she thinks I didn't see, because I thought I answered it all. So we've got all these different strips. Now the other thing is, how many of you guys have just some plain cotton muslin? Like a piece of cotton. We'll make some out of that too. Alright, so here's some of this. Let me see what else I have. I have some wild stuff. I have some like colors. This was like some, looks like some sort of skateboard fabric. So, anyway, have you guys been having a good week? I have been having a good week. I have been a little overwhelmed in my ridiculousness of my calamari, which I have to tell you is beyond the ridiculous right now. So I'm just going to keep cutting strips until I have enough. Here, look, that must have been from a former tassel making a moment. I'm going to keep cutting some strips of stuff until I have enough for all right. Let me cut a few more pieces. That one's not good. You guys, I saved some of them because have you guys ever made like your version of Serendipity paper, but you make it with fabric? You got your scavenger hunt book and you're doing it? Ooh, good. Why are we crossing our fingers, Trace? Because you're going to be back, or? You just bought some from your neighborhood Amish? That's awesome. But use your kids' clothing. I wouldn't say knits work great. I would not necessarily think that's like a great one, but like this came from a pair of my daughter's pajamas that she'd outgrown. But I liked now this fabric I can't tear. This one you definitely have to cut because, I don't know, it's like some sort of a rayon blend. Only natural fibers can tear easily and tear, like you can tear them straight. Hey Brenda, welcome, welcome. Everybody say hi to Brenda and say hi to Rana. Rana spelled R-O-N-A. They're new here. And all you lurkers say hey. Okay. I have a bag of trim on the floor too, and we'll see what we can put together from that. And tulle works great. If you want like some crazy puffy tassels, tulle works great. But I'm sure all of you have a couple of blouses in your closet that you're not wearing. That maybe you've just lost. Maybe you're so thin and that they're just like so big on you now and you can't wear them anymore. You know? All right, so those like that. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, I'm gonna trim up some more. I'm gonna get up some. Mine are gonna have a Hawaiian look to it. Hey James, how are you? Welcome. Now, if you guys have yarn, you can make tassels the same way with yarn. You know. And if you want to get all fancy and use embroidery floss, you can make some amazing, beautiful tassels with embroidery floss. They make beautiful, beautiful tassels as well. If you want to tea dye your tassels, if you're making them with 100% cotton fabric, they take on a very nice look. And you can use, with Easter coming up, you can buy all kinds of Easter dyes. Hey APG, how are you? Hey, Miss Tammy. We have two Tammys here. Thanks for the thumbs up, Bethany. I appreciate it. All right. All right, I got some wild colors going on here. And then I got some bags of stuff here. Let's see what else I got going on. You could also do, if any of you have laces or any of you big lace keepers, keeper of the lace, you can use some lace too. Here's some black tulle. Maybe I'll make, saw some black in there and then I had some silver too, so I might just use some of that. Only thing about cutting tulle is it'd be a little bit trickier. You can't rip it and it's not so easy to cut straight, but it doesn't matter because this is a very forgiving process. Sometimes you can buy tulle, this netting that comes in big, wide pieces. So you just need to fold it over and just cut little strips of it. Any ribbon you have. You could also do this with those crazy curling ribbons, which I'm not crazy about because I had a cat once that ate it and cost me, I don't know, like thousands of dollars to get it removed from the cat's stomach so the cat would be okay. Okay, let me see what else I have going on here. Let me see if I have some let me see if I have some fibers. Okay. I got a nice pile going on here. So let me pick some colors that I think are going to go well, and then I'll make a couple, and then I'll make a couple with bead caps. And so if you want to make bead caps, I'm gonna make my bead caps out of paper. Okay, so you need some paper, you need a glue stick, why don't you get an old book page and a glue stick, and then you need some sort of sealer for later. Okay, so since I got this black one going on, let's get a couple pieces going on in black. So I've got this tulle, got that black Hawaiian fabric. Move this stuff over from my little tiny table. Here I've got a piece of some twine. Now this tassel is going to be a long one, but you guys make it any way you want it. I like them to hang off large off the side of a journal, but you do it however works for you. I like this silvery fabric. That's going to look good. Let's see. This one's got some, let's see, got that eyelash fabric, silvery fabric. Let's see what other colors I got in here that I like. Let's see, there's two silvery pieces, and now for me, all I do is I'm going to line mine to where they sort of stagger. And you do want to pick a focal point for the top, because that's going to be your primary color. Know the focal point of your tassel. And maybe for me, I'll make it this silvery fabric. All right, so here's mine. Okay, got it? Now I'm going to find roughly the center, and I'm going to just mess with mine a little bit until okay, I'm going to find the center. Now I'm going to make mine with wire, but you can make it with you can make it with thread. You don't even need to make it with wire. But because I have so much wire, maybe I'll use some of VA Pearl's ooh, and I have some chain too, so maybe I'll put some chain in my tassel. Let's see, it's thin wire. There's my big. Let's see, I can make it out of any wire. I don't know if this is too thin or not. I don't think so. Okay, I'm going to put a couple pieces of chain in my tassel too. Why not? Why not? Of course, I don't have any wire cutters because I came over here with none. Put a couple pieces of chain in my tassel. If you have broken jewelry, you can make some gorgeous tassels with broken jewelry. I don't know why I don't have any wire cutters. You guys, I swear, this is what I get for like not getting my organization together. You guys, I got my chisel so mixed up. Okay, so that's basically the middle. I'm going to use this piece of copper wire, and somebody's going to ask me what gauge it is. Guys, I think it's like 24 gauge, but I don't know. Because I've had this roll so long, and there's nothing on it, so I can't tell you. Now, you can make this and do this with fabric, so you don't have to use wire if you don't have any. Okay, so what you want to do is find the middle, find the center of your tassel. Take your fabric or your wire, and you're going to wrap it around, just like this. Can you guys see me at all? You're going to take your fabric. If you had fabric, you're just going to loop it up just the same way I'm doing this wire. And if you had fabric, you're going to go ahead and tie it in a knot up here, but I'm going to wrap my wire around it, and I'm going to make since I'm making a paper bead cap with mine, I'll show you. So you got it folded in half, and you're going to take your wire. This is your wire. You're going to take your small piece and wrap it around your large piece. You're going to do it just like this. Now, if you were going to do a piece of fabric, you're going to tie it. All right, or a piece of thread, you're going to tie it. All right, so I'm just going to wrap. I'm just going to turn my tassel, and I'm just going to hold my thumb so that I'm basically doing some wire wrapping. Hey, Vicky S. Can I zoom in? I can try. Because I have not been having the best of luck. Hold on. Let me find my... Let's see. Can you do me a favor? There's a spool. Can you hear me that spool of blue right there? See straight down? Yeah, thanks. Let me see if I can, let me just see if I can zoom in. Thanks. Let me see, can I zoom in? Hang on. I'm trying to zoom, I'm trying. All right. Let's see if I got the autofocus going on, if you guys can see. And then I'm going to take the autofocus off. Okay. Can you see now? I folded my fabric in half, my strands. I folded it in half, and then I wrapped the smaller piece around the larger piece. And now I am just, let me just see if I'm in frame. Okay, and all right, and I'm just going to put my thumb on this shorter piece, and I'm going to turn the tassel. If you have wire, if you don't, then it's just thread. And I'll make one with thread with you guys because I can just hear you now going, well, I don't have that. I don't want you to go buy anything. Please don't go buy anything. Okay, and you want to keep wrapping until there's none. And it doesn't have to be a neat wrap. Can you see? It just has to be a wrap. Hey, Melanie, how are you? I appreciate the thumbs up. All right, so you got that. Now, because I came over here with no tools. What am I thinking? This is my life, no tools. All right, you do want to make sure that you don't have any wire sticking up. All right, now the tip of your tassel is going to sit inside of a bead cap. But if you wanted to have that really neat, most bead caps are not going to be the width of your tassel. So if you wanted to have like a nice tight fit up here, you can use thread, wire, and you want to wrap the top. Now see, that could be enough if you just wrapped the top and then you loop this through something, you'd be done. But I'm going to do it with a pair of, I'm going to add some wire around the side of mine, just a little piece. And I'll do it with thread too, so don't you guys fret. I have some thread or some yarn and I'll do it. So I'm going to wrap this around the top. And now this could be enough. You don't even need to do a bead cap. If you wrap this wire around it, this can be enough if that's all you want. Or you can wrap beads around it like the ones I showed you, right? Let me see. The only thing if you're doing it with thread, and I'll show you when we do it with thread, is you want to tie it in. Okay, that could be enough. Then you could go ahead and wire wrap it onto whatever you're doing. I'm going to add some beads, but before I do that, I'm going to make a bead cap, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to use, I may use some of Vicky's beads, but can you give me those book pages? I cannot reach them. Okay, so all those book pages that you've taken out of your books, go and get a circle punch, and let's make sure there's only one. You guys, I don't care how many days a week I stream. My neighbor across the street mows his lawn every single time, even if he doesn't need it. Just the way my life rolls these days. He decides. So I'm just going to punch out 2 at a time. You don't need to, but I don't know how sharp the blades are on this punch. Okay, perfect. All right, so you can use a circle, you can use an oval, use what you have. You only need one. And you are going to cut it. Find the center. Find the center, and you are going to cut it. Just one piece to the center. One cut to the center, just like that. Okay. All right, now we're going to start making a dome. We are going to dome it on itself and keep moving it around in a circle and a circle and a circle until we've made our bead cap. Now, if it's too big, you can just use half the circle. If your book pages are too thin, you may want to double them. Okay, I'm just going to keep wrapping around until I have made my cone. Okay, you do need some glue, so get your glue stick and use your glue stick. Those birds are outside, Angela. Angela, my yard is like a haven for all birds. Birds, lizards, geckos. I have some red birds having babies right now, which is really beautiful. Little beautiful cardinals having babies in my yard. Okay, so you want to go ahead and use your glue stick until you can get it all the way around. Now, depending upon how wide your tassel is, if your tassel's wider, then you won't make yours as that big, okay? Now, I may take some wet glue on mine just so that I can, and I'm gonna just rub some of that wet glue. If you have Mod Podge, it works good too, all the way around my bead cap, just so that I can, you could paint it, but I'm just doing it because I want mine to have a little bit more sticking power, but I also want it to have, if you have Mod Podge, it's better. I don't have any Mod Podge over here. Guys, I been making altered books, and it's been so nice. I've been making them outside on my patio, and I left my Mod Podge out there. So just let it hang out until it dries, just for a second or two. Stick it to the fingers. Okay. Then we're going to snip the top. Make sure you're not using racy book pages, because you know that probably wouldn't be nice for the recipient. For the recipient of your book page. Now you can see on this one that I made with a book page that I made because the tassel was so fat. I made this one fatter. I didn't make it all the way around, so you can see on that. Hey Carrie, how are you? Hi Jillian. We're happy to see you. Okay, so let's go back. Now you want to snip the very top. Don't get all worried about it. Just snip the top of your cone. Okay. All right, and you could paint it if you wanted to. And you want to feed your wire or your string through, and voila, there's your paper bead cap. And you can go back and paint on it or do whatever you want. You guys may know me, I'm not patient, so I'm not going to paint on it right now. If I do it, I'll do it later. All right, so this we can go ahead. If you don't want a bead cap, you don't have to. But I just thought I'd show you how to make one with a bead cap, a paper bead cap, and we can paint it gold afterwards or silver or whatever. Paint it metallic. I'm going to go ahead and do your pigtailing the same way you do, you know, your your round loop. Right, now you could also add beads if you don't want to do a round loop on it. Hey Amber, how are you? So how many of you guys have made bead caps? Have any of you guys made bead caps before? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do mine. I'm going to go ahead and wire wrap mine. And then I'm going to cut it off and go to the next link. So you guys get the general idea, yeah? How have you been, my lovely Trace? How have you been? All right, so here's one. Now I can add a few more links to it, and then I can add it to a paper clip. So if I'm going to do that, let me see. But you guys get the general idea, yeah? I mean, it's not... Yep, now you could add beads to it if you want. I mean, do what you have. Use what you have. I have beautiful beads. I have all kinds of beads. I have those beautiful paper beads that Miss Vicky sent me. I also have like lots of glass pearls or, you know, really inexpensive beads. I also have these silvery, I don't know what these are. These are like fake pearls. I could put those on it. And put anything you want on it. The father, what? Oh no, the father, oh, he had a stroke. Oh my gosh, Trace. Nine-day school strike. Oh no, Amber. Horrible. Oh, Tracy, you're in our prayers. Hi, Miss Linda. You guys, I'm on this kick of I have to use up my stuff, okay? Because I have, you guys, moving my craft room and seeing the amount of ridiculousness that I have is beyond me right now. Do you know what I mean? None of you know that, right? None of you have too much of anything. I'm going to go ahead and just wrap some beads, and then I'll attach it to them, and I'll attach a clip to it too. Now you can make these without a clip, and then you can come back and use a clip. Tracy, you're in our prayers. That's horrible. It's just horrible. Oh no, Trace. We love you, Mama. We really love you. So you guys, I am going to work on a new scavenger hunt book, and I will send you guys out the link to the scavenger hunt book soon. So I finished, I have a little bit more to finish on Janet's, but my 11-year-old was really into it with me, and she has made her own scavenger hunt list. So I thought maybe we would do a scavenger hunt list from an 11-year-old. Hey, Sherry. Trace, he is in our prayers. The teachers got their raise. Oh, that's awesome. If you guys saw how little the teachers make here, it would make you so sad. The teachers here do not get paid well. And it's a very sad story. Teachers are the most important thing that we have going on for us. And these are for journals, Susan. Well, you can use them for anything you want. I mean, I don't know if anybody would want some kind of my crazy kind of tassel in their home decor, but by all means. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap a couple beads, and then I will wrap and then I'll make one with fabric only with no wire, because I know some of you don't have wire, and that's okay. You don't need wire. You can absolutely make these without wire. You don't need wire to make them. You can make them out of just fabric and thread. So I'll make one out of that. You know what I mean? Fabric and then a needle and thread. And then maybe I'll make one. I don't know. I've made them with broken jewelry. I've made them with all kinds of stuff. So there's one bead. I'll do maybe one more, and then I'll add it to a clip. Well, I like making these bead cap thingies because then if you don't have any beads, because how many of you guys don't have beads? I mean, how many of you feel like, oh no, now I gotta go buy something else? Oh, I'm happy. Trace, I love you, and I'm sending you love. So I will show you guys. So on Friday we'll start. I'll post the list, and on Friday we can do the 11-year-olds scavenger hunt list. It's quite funny actually. So I think you guys will enjoy it. It's funny. Okay. And you guys, I have almost gotten all my giveaways together. I did not realize how many giveaways I did, and I wanted to write a personal little thing to every person, so I haven't mailed them out yet. I've mailed out a couple. I've got a ton more to go. I promise you I'll get them out by Tuesday of next week. And we had some delaying news on our car. So our crazy expensive battery came in. I told you guys that we have a hybrid car, right? We've been waiting for this battery forever. So the battery finally came in and they put it in. They said, oh, your car's ready. And then they called me to say there's something else wrong with your car. And they cannot figure it out. So I don't have my car back. So I'm sort of at the mercy. We're sharing one car and that does not work well. So I I will have all the giveaways out soon, and I'm sorry. Not my intention. Next time I do a giveaway, I'm gonna send them out the same day. Like if I give it away, I'm just gonna bag them up and send them out because it's ridiculous otherwise. The scavenger hunt will be fun. Oh yeah, but it's really funny because it's from an 11-year-old. You guys, it's like stuff that you guys and it's sweet. She's been working on her list, and we found her book to make hers out of. So I'm making mine out of an old hardback book. You guys do it with whatever you want. All right, let's see. Do I want 2 beads? Maybe I'll do 3 beads because I don't like anything being even. So I'm going to do 3 beads, and then I'll add the clip, and then I'll call this one done. And then we'll make one out of fabric, and I'll sew it. I say that. I don't even know if I have a sewing needle near me. So my daughter's been helping my middle daughter, the one I told you, my lovely daughter that just turned 20. She has been helping me with my reorganization. You guys, I have like it's definitely like Maria Kondo would run screaming from my organizational system. She could not, Maria Kondo, the lady that does the KonMari method, she would never, ever, ever come to my home. She would be like, because rule number 2 in the Maria Kondo method is you have to like let go of your paper, right? And guys, even my poor daughter, she was like, you have got to let go of some of this. Guys are my books and I love them. Okay, that's with 2 beads. I'll do one more bead and the clip. Let's see if I have, I say I'll do a clip unless I don't have any. These little tiny paper clips. And then we'll do one that we just sew. So. Have you guys all been having a good week? Has everybody been having? I'm happy for the teachers. Kathy saying she's sending you some love, Pat. Do you know what, Bethany? Though you can do arts and crafts with people online. You don't have to do it. You don't have to be there with you. I know many of our crafting mamas meet their crafty bestie and they Skype with them. They Skype. They do stuff like that. They do Google Hangouts. They do. I don't know. You guys share with Bethany what those of you that hang out with each other in your crafting lives, what you do. Oh no, you had to put your grandmother in a nursing home? Oh no. I'm sorry, Amber. That's horrible. I know it's like a sad time for a lot of people. You guys, people are going through some intense stuff. How many of you guys are going through some crazy intense stuff? Just say hey. It has been, I can't even tell you, but it has been crazy intense for a lot of people. Yeah, but Bethany, the difference is I've been making art my whole life, and my kids, they have been hanging out with me doing it too. So, they think that this is like normal for most people. That most people's moms are doing some ridiculous nut like this. They do not have any other thing, so they think that. Tracy's saying that her Nana likes to be in her nursing home because she doesn't have to do dishes. Oh no, oh no. Hey, Amberly. No, you did, Linda. Oh, no. Girl, okay. We all need some serious woo-woo. I know we do. I know I do. Scotty said she talked to her mother today, and thankfully there has been no more ham incidences. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Linda, we love you. We'll definitely do some woo-woo with you. Okay. So I'm putting my clip on. You guys could go ahead and finish it and put these clips on afterwards because the clips come apart. But since I had it and the wire wrapping was open, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in. All right, here we go. This one's done with its bead cap. Now I could go back and I could paint the bead cap, you know. But do you guys get the idea? You can make these tassels out of anything. And don't go buy anything. You guys, I know that you have stuff right there in your home that you can use. Okay, so here's the tassel. This one is kind of long. I mean, you can make yours smaller. This one is kind of long, and or you can make them fatter. It's not an easy decision anytime, Amber. But you're here hanging out with us, Linda. You know what? We'll send you some good love. I need some woo. If I told you guys the kind of week I've had, you guys would be like, what? Let's just say there was no Superman underwear running down my road this week. This week has been just intense. For me. Okay, I want to show you guys something else really cool. And we can make some more tassels. We can hang out, make some more bead caps. But I want to show you. Let me get this is just a piece of muslin that you can buy at a big box store for, I don't know, I think it's like $2 a yard. And you don't need a lot, okay, because it comes like 46 inches or 60 inches long. I don't know. It's pretty long. Okay, so I want to show you how you can customize a tassel to any project that you have. All right, so got my mess going on here. Okay, so one thing I want to show you is that this is very long. This is probably 46 inches in the, when you hold it straight out. Amber, you know what? Just go and hang out and see her. I think she'll love that. Okay, what am I, Scotty? So I can see it. You guys tell everybody to catch up to the chat. I think some of you guys are not caught up in the chat. Can you guys tell everybody to refresh and catch up to the chat? No ham incidences. I love that. Ham incidences. Okay. So with this, and I want you to get out your stamps, your stamp ink, and your stamp pads. I still have that Tim Holtz one in purple there. Let's do some orange. And I've got my favorite Carla Cage fish stamp. And I got my Gabriella Polacco stamps here. It doesn't matter what stamps you use. Get your stamp pad and your inks out. Here's a pink one. And a red and a blue. I don't know what colors I'm going to use yet, but I'm just going to get them out so I can see them. And a green. But I want to show you how you can customize your tassels to your project. Okay? So if you're making, let's just say one of you guys is making, I don't know. I'm getting the stamp pads out here. And you can use any stamp. It doesn't have to be. Let me just see if I have like. Okay. So let me pick my color palette. How about let's do some green, some pink, some blue, some orange, and we'll do this light purple. Let's see what colors of these are. Let's just use those. Okay. All right. Now, let's be getting our stamp pads out, and let's get out. Here's a Gabrielle Polacco stamp. Let's get out. There's one in here that is a leaf. Let us just use something that anybody would have, or you could make yourself, which is a leaf stamp. Okay. Hey, Marcy. How are you? You just have to refresh. Susan, refresh. You guys tell her to refresh. Tell her she's just behind. That's all. That if you're not all the way, when you're looking at the chat, if you're not all the way to the end bar, you're not there. Okay, so we're gonna use our fabric. I'm gonna move these things out of the way. Okay, and we're going to, let's figure out, I'm gonna stamp, let's see. This is how you guys can customize your, hey Cassandra, you laid down for a nap. That sounds awesome. All right, so let's just start stamping on our fabric. But I want you guys to see that you can do this with anything. So I don't want you to, because I know some of you like go, I don't have that, or I don't have fabric, or I don't have the color that I want, or the journal that I made the tassel for is, I don't know, whatever, okay? So just start stamping. Get your favorite stamp out and just start stamping on your muslin. Okay. So now I'm going to stamp, let's see, let me figure out how far down this is. Let's see how big I want my tassels, shall we? All right, let's see. The tassels do not need to be longer than that. So I'm going to go ahead and just going to rip my fabric so I don't need all of it to be a tassel. So stamp your whole piece of fabric in all the colors that you like, or colors that you think are going to go with your project. Bye, APG. We love you. I hope you have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night, Miss APG. Jamie. Artist, poet, girl. Jamie. How many of you guys went over to How to Get Creative with Barb Owen and made that project that Barb was making? Did any of you guys go do it? What are we congratulating you for, Amber? I missed that part. I only saw the part about, what are we congratulating you for? Hey, Helen. All right, you guys, I'm just going to keep stamping my whole piece of fabric, adding different colors. And you could do yours singularly colored if you wanted, but I guess somewhere in my stash I have a little tiny baby chick stamp, like just a little tiny chicken, and I've made trim with baby chickens. You hit 50 subbies? Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. I will tell you guys, if you guys are subbing to each other, make sure you add their videos to a playlist and watch them, because I subbied to this lady that she was a new artist, and I was like, I'm going to watch her and I'm going to go back, and I wasn't really paying attention. And you guys, by the time I went back to watch her, they had deleted her from my, YouTube is having its own ridiculousness. They had deleted her from my playlist. I mean, from my channel. So make sure you guys put people in a playlist. Who was the person that suggested it last week? It's so true. It works better that way. So, well, that's one good news, Amber. That's awesome. Hitting 50 subbies is awesome. So how many of you guys have a whole bunch of stamps and stamp pads and stuff? This stamp pad's dried up. That you don't use, that you have not used in a while. I know. I know I have way too many things that I don't use. So. It is life, right? So if you guys had some cool stamps that you like, you don't even have to be able to tell what they are because we're going to rip the fabric up anyway. You just want to get some colors in there. Unless you like it just beige. But I'm going to look for those baby chicken stamps. I just don't know where I put them. I used them a lot. Do you guys go through phases where you use one, like certain stamps all the time, and then you go back and you haven't used them in eons and you don't? That's kind of how I roll. That's how I roll. So I am definitely going to make the How to Get Creative project with Barb Owen. I am going to do it. I just haven't. I got out some photographs to do it, and I just haven't done it yet. So come on into the light. Come on. I agree with you, Scotty. Okay. So I have like 2 more colors, and then I'm going to start ripping my fabric. So get out your stamps that you haven't used for a long time and make your own colorful fabric to match the project you are doing. And get it out and start, like, guys, this is the year to use it or lose it, don't you think? You guys, I was having such a day, I'd say the past 3 days have been really ridiculous for me. They've been like exhaustingly ridiculous. So but I am getting some videos made that I have on my list to make. You guys, because I live stream so much, making regular videos, can I tell you halfway through like the regular video or even halfway, it's just been silliness. All right, so that one's done, and then I have the green one, the green stamp to use, and then I'm gonna start ripping up my fabric. It took you a while to remember Barb's craft. Oh, Scotty, Cassandra, I want to do it with her. The one she did with her cute dog, I thought that was just so awesome. The cute dog picture she had, because I certainly have all those types of pictures in my own picture gallery, right? In my own archival picture gallery. And so Scotty, does this ease your mind that you don't have to go and buy yourself any fabric? I know that you have some. I know that you must have something in your stash already at home so you don't have to go and make anything. You don't have to go and buy anything else. Unless, of course, you want to go buy something. That's up to you. All right. I think I'm pretty much done stamping. I think I've got the color on just about everything. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to cut it up anyway. All right, so I need to remember to clean off my stamp. That dog was so cute, wasn't it? Hey, Miss VA. You're going to go back. How are you feeling, Miss Liz, before you go? How are you feeling? All right, so now you have this piece of fabric that you've made, that you've stamped, and now you can start stripping it. Okay? And you can make your strips as big or as small as you want. But I just want to show you that you have everything that you need to make your own tassels without having to go buy anything. Okay? And if you wanted to tea dye this fabric, you could do that. You could tea dye it. You could coffee dye it. You could Kool-Aid dye it. You could spray ink it. You have everything you need to make tassels from what you have. You know, you don't have yes, you could dye this. Totally. You have lots of ribbon? You're good now? No, but you posted, and I was just like thinking, you know, when I first moved here, I had no fabric. It was like to go from, it would be like from going from being a crafter to living in a place where you can't get anything. Like you know, it's like, so most of the time I had to like improvise, and I think I bought a couple of curtains from the thrift store, and I bought whatever was like whatever I could find in the natural fabric selection. Okay, you're gonna make it the same way. You're just gonna piece together your pieces. Gonna put them together just like you did before to make your tassel. So depending upon how many, the vibrancy of the color of the fabric that you, of the, you know, the vibrancy of the inks you used on your fabric. You know, mine's sort of muted because that's what I used, pastel colors, but if you used really, if you use some really vibrant colors, you would have a very vibrant color tassel. And then you're going to do it the same way. You know, you're going to make your tassel just the same way you did before. And, you know, if you want a bead cap, great. And if you don't want a bead cap, that's it. Oh, no. Oh, Helen, you're so awesome. Hey, Emily. How are you? How are you? So we can make this one with just thread. Let me see if I have a needle before I say I'm going to do any of it because, all right, I have some wax linen. It's red. That'll be good because you'll be able to see it. All right. So let's just make this with fabric. All right. And then, because I can hear one of you guys say, I don't have any, all right. So you're going to find the center of your fabric. You're going to, this is going to be the same, this is going to be where your wire was. Now you could use thread or you can use this, oh my gosh, guys, my head can't think. This, you're going to find the center, just the same way you did the others. Find the center, and you're going to tie a knot. Now, you can do it two ways. You can tie a knot just in this part up here, and then you're going to wrap around. Here, I'll just do it this way, and then you guys can see. So I'm gonna. Right. So I've cut one of the strips in half, I guess, or part of it, and I'm going to tie a knot. You can do it two ways. You can tie a knot here. So we'll tie a knot here. Right? So you have your fabric, found the center, you cut a smaller piece and you tied it around. Okay? Now these two pieces are going to become your loop that you hook it on to whatever you're hooking it on to. Okay? So you want to tie your knot here. All right? You're going to leave those separate. All right, now you're going to take another piece of the other piece that you cut off, and you are going to wrap it around the side of your fabric. Now, you can sew it or you can tie it. And let's see what, it needs to be a little thinner. Let me see if the fabric will go through this needle. I don't know. Hold on. Let's see if the eye of this needle is big enough for this fabric. I mean, if it's too big for this piece of fabric. Hi, Lucinda. Hi, Miss Carla F. How are you, Mama? How are you doing? For those of you that I haven't said hello to, please just say hi to me in all caps, and I will be able to see you. Sometimes I don't see it, and you guys talk, and I'm not watching the chat. If I'm not watching, because I don't have it popped out. Okay, so I have threaded my fabric. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap my fabric around. All right. I'm going to wrap it around the top. Okay, and then I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to poke it through and sew it. Let me get mine. It probably needs to be a little bit longer than this, but that's okay. Let me just cut the end a little. Okay, because you want to wrap it around the top. Because I can hear one of you now. I don't have any beads. I don't have any wire. So you can do it with fabric or thread. Okay? You just want to wrap it around a couple of times. I'm going to... Since this one's so boho-y looking anyway. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to wrap it around and around and around. And I'm just going to pull it through till it's tight. Okay. Let me see. Let me wrap it around again. Maybe I'll... Should have done it with something contrasting so you could see it, because it's all the same. The whole idea is you just need to tie it really tight and then just wrap it over and under until you don't have any more. I have two tails and they're really not long enough to do much with. I'll just go ahead and tie them. So I've wrapped it over and under a couple times, and I'm just going to take the little end tail and tie it. Now you might want to put a little bit of glue here, you know, where you've tied it so that you it doesn't come apart. All right. And then you can cut it or leave it. I mean, it's up to you, however you want it. I don't know what I'm going to do with mine. Maybe I'll cut them because they're too short to really do much of anything else. But you do want to put a little glue on your knot. And you could do it on the inside so you wouldn't see it if you wanted to, but I don't really care. Okay? So then here's your tassel, just like this, with no bead cap, with nothing, right? And then you can tie it to whatever you're doing it to on the top. If you want to do it to a clip, or to a ring, or to whatever you want. And you have one without anything, right? Who's pretty but can be destructive? It does look like doll's arms. You're absolutely right, but it's just a tassel. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Now, if you want to put a bead cap on this one, you can too, but you're just going to have to make the bead. You're going to have to, when you're making this, you find the center of your, when you find the center of your paper, you're just going to have to make your whole, the part that it goes around bigger. So you just would wrap it till you made it to, because it'll cover the whole, it'll cover this, but it's got to come out on top of here. So you'll have to make your dome. And you can do this with a circle, you guys, or a half circle. You don't even need a whole circle. You can do it with a half circle. But since I'm using book pages, and my book pages are so thin, they're not like big, thick book pages. These are from some, I don't know, whatever book I'm altering right now. So, and you need to glue it. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Hi, Carla. Woodpeckers you're talking about? I haven't heard any here. That doesn't mean that we don't have them, but I haven't heard any woodpeckers here, Lucinda. We have lots of birds, though. It is easy enough to make. What's kind of fun is, do any of you guys, I've made stuff like this, like I've made tassels from someone's wedding dress, from bridesmaids' gowns, from clothing my kids wore when they were little that they loved. You can make them as Christmas ornaments. You can make them as, decorative things. You have whatever. You can do it any way you want. Now, the only thing is when you're making them for this big tassel, you're going to have to make the opening big enough to pull your threads through. You can make them out of anything. Any old clothing, any old anything. Now I'd have to make this bead cap is going to have to be bigger. I have to make another bead cap because that one's too small for that. But you guys get the general idea. Your bead cap would want to be big enough to cover that. You can make it out of thread. In Texas, they're a problem, woodpeckers? Oh, that's not. Hi, Yvette. Did I say hi to you earlier? You like tiny tassels? Well, tiny tassels are not necessarily good for, I agree with you, but they're not great for demonstration on a YouTube video because they're so fiddly. So, but you guys get the idea, right? You get the total idea. So that's 2 tassels. We can make some more. I love using tulle. How many of you guys like to make tassels with tulle? This is like so fun, and you can make some big puffy tassels with tulle. I agree. I like tiny things too. I mean, you can make them tiny. If you can make them big, you can make them tiny. So go for it. Make them any way you want. They're your tassels. You can make them any way you want. No rules in tassel making. Make your tassels as big or as small as you want. Now let me see what colors I have here. I have all these kind of wild colors because that's what I had in my stash. I have some purples and some blues, and let's see what other colors go in here. No rules in tassel making. You can make your tassels any way you want. These are kind of short pieces. Let's see what I have in the short piece thing. You just passed up a big roll of tulle? Oh, it's all good. Hi, Malia. How are you, my love? Well, I think tulle's a good, tulle, I like making things with tulle, but it's not for everybody. Not everybody likes it to be all puffy. KM was just saying she wants hers small. So, how many of you guys went and subbed to Janet's channel and joined her in her scavenger hunt? Well, Cassandra, who knows? Maybe it'll come back around. Malia, how are your babies? How are our girls? How are our beautiful baby girls? Let me see what kind of fabric I have here. I tore up a bunch right here right before we did our thing. I have some orange. Let's see. Put this orange in here. It'll be a little loud, but why not? And some blue. Let's see what I have on the floor here. The girls are doing good. Lily has the sniffles. Ooh. Kathy, maybe we'll do it on Friday. I just got to get the list together. I'll give everybody the list on Friday. How's that? Or if I can get it together, I'll give it to you before Friday. But I don't know how well my... Guys, I am not 100% myself right now. I've got a bunch of shizzle going on in my own life. With no car, I have to tell you, when you're down to like sharing one car, it can be ridiculous some days. That's what I'm going through right now. The sharing of the car has not been. The sharing of the car is ridiculous. I think we'll do it on Friday. I'll try to get it out. I'll put it in the Crafting Mamas Facebook group or this week. Okay, I'll get it all typed up, or at least I'll get the first half of it typed up. She was working on it. She loved it, but she's made her own list. She's so funny. My lovely friend Wanda sent me these bags of really cool stuff, and they're fun to use. Okay, so I have some crazy loud colors going on here with a few Hawaiian prints and some. Use this other piece of tulle. Maybe I have some more ribbon. Let me see if I have a few more pieces of ribbon going on here. Oh, you guys, I'm telling you. Yeah, but this one's done by an 11-year-old. You haven't been able to do any crafts, Emily, either? Your life turned upside down last week? Oh, I'm sorry. I'd appreciate it if you guys gave me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And I have this crazy eyelash trim. How many of you guys have this? This is like, I don't even know where it came from, but I like it. It's a little wild. What did you say, Bethany? You were doing what? Hi, Purple Cottage Crafts. You're Michelle Scott's best friend. I love Michelle. Aww. Tomes are on your craft table tonight? Abby. Scrap and Abby. Oh, I know you. I'm subbing to you. You changed your channel from Scrap and Abby? You guys all say hi to Scrap and Abby. Say hi to Scrap and Abby. I love Michelle. You guys, I'm so behind on watching my videos. And if you guys haven't gone over to Subby to Michelle Scott, go over and do it. You guys will love her. She's hilarious. She is so fun to craft with, and she makes beautiful things. So welcome, Miss Scrap and Abby. And and congratulations on Purple Cottage Crafts and the name Purple Cottage Crafts. All right, so let's get our stuff back together. Let's get our Hawaiian fabric going, and our orange piece, and our piece of the once Pocahontas pajamas. That's what that blue is. The once Pocahontas pajamas. That's what it was. It was Pocahontas's pajamas. Pocahontas is now 11, and she can't wear those pajamas anymore. But I liked the fabric, and she wore them so much that I couldn't even pass them on. You know, we tried to pass on her stuff, but guys, they had seen so many better days. There was no way to pass it on. It didn't fit with what you do now because you started out as a scrapbooker. Oh, cool. I've never really scrapbooked, you guys. My idea of scrapbooking is more like smash booking. How many of you guys are like, you know, or more of a smash booker where you can just lay out. I would be. You finished a marathon Skype craft session today with my friend Michelle. I love her. You guys go on over. Check out Abby's channel's Purple Cottage Crafts. It used to be Miss Scrap and Abby. And check out Michelle Scott. You guys are going to love Miss Michelle Scott. She is awesomeness, 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 awesomeness. Okay, this one is too long and I need some more pieces. Let me see what else I have. Let me get my Pocahontas pajamas. Maybe I have another piece in here. How many of you guys have clothes like that from your kids? Like where your kids loved them so much that it just no longer suits them anymore? Abby, you have a lot of fans here. Everybody's saying, I'm following you. So there you go. You guys have to love and support each other because this is what it is all about. I have so many things, or a few things, I won't say so many, of things that my kids have outgrown that I loved. Hey, Miss Mel, how are you? All right, so what is on your crafting wish list, ladies? What is some of the projects that you have going on in your crafty wish list? And you guys, I think if you continue, if you go over to Janet's channel, Janet M. Young, she is going to have some sort of a second round of her scavenger hunt, or she told me she was going to let me know when, but I don't know when. You've been a long time lurker. Oh, you know what? I'm that way too, Abby, sometimes. You know what? Especially because if sometimes the chat goes by and some other people's crafting things a little too fast for me. Not that I'm criticizing people's. It's like by the time I go to answer something somebody said, it's like a long time ago, you know? So, good night, Susan. Are you leaving us? We love you. We hope you have a wonderful night. You're a professional lurker. You know, there's so many people that I love to watch, but I just can't. Like, if the chat goes too fast for me, it's like I'm all lost. And also, too, I'm not a neat crafter, as you may know. And so if I'm messy crafting, I sometimes can't stop. April 15th is the next deadline. Oh, okay, Linda. That's awesome. All right. Well, I didn't hear the next deadline. She said she just messaged me. And so you guys make sure you go over and show Janet some love. She did a great, awesome job. And I'm still working on, I'll be finished with her scavenger hunt book really soon. Lynn sent me a few things for it. And so I'll be done soon. I will be done soon with, I'll be done soon with my Janet M. Young Monkey Island Madness scavenger hunt. So, Sherry, hi Clara. I have been trying to finish mine, okay? Bethany, we love you. You're usually joyful, right? Joyful something, joyful crafter. I've got so many things on my plate right now. And it's been a lot. How are you, Miss Clara? What's going on with you? What is going on with you? Have you been doing well? You're working on a junk journal magazine? Ooh, that's good. I love that. Hi, Donia. How are you? You're not late. You're never late, girl. Not for me. You guys are never late. I don't want you to ever even think twice about that. That is not how I roll. I don't roll with the late. It doesn't matter. Guys, shizzle happens every single day. We just got to just keep going. Keep going. Stay positive. As my daughter was telling me today, just stay positive, Mom. She was like, because I had overwhelmed myself. Do any of you guys ever do that? Just overwhelm yourself with the projects that you've got going on. Let's see what beads I want to put with this one. Oh, thank you, Bethany. That's very sweet of you. I think I might use some, let me see what I have here. Now, if you've ever, how many of you guys have these packages of seed beads? I certainly do. Let me see if I have another color. I must have a couple of colors that are within reach. That will go with my bluey, purpley, orangey thing. You like these colors best so far? I actually like these gray ones, these silvery, blacky gray ones with the, those are my favorites so far. But choose what you have, and if you don't like it, diet, tea diet, coffee diet, do something else. You know, it's not like, guys, there's no rules. In my world, there's no rules, like in crafting, but you know, other people may feel differently. They may feel differently. There are rules in their crafting, but not in mine. In mine, there is no rules in crafting. Because what is the point if it is not fun? All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bead, this part of the top, the bead cap part, out of seed beads. Because it's really fun and it's really, really easy, but I need a coffee lid. Sweetheart, will you do me a favor? Will you give me a coffee lid? Yeah. Plastic coffee lid. You have a ton of seed beads? Well, the thing is that, I don't know about you, but sometimes if you've ever been a seed beater, which I'm sure many of you have tried or done or whatever, you have a lot of them, yes? You have a lot of, and here's my magic tool. My magic tool is a yogurt lid, okay? It's my magic bead catch-all. So, I think it'll work through these, through this. Use your seed beads. They are fun to use. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just decide how big my top of my bead is, and I'm going to wrap a little bit of wire around it once around. And find my pliers, and I don't even know if you can see it, and I'm going to take the end of the wire and push it down. Guys, this is my use it or lose it year. I have to get my use it or lose it under control. Okay? That's me. I got to get my use it or lose it. Vicky says, my rule is to craft until you drop or you run out of money. No, but my thing is this, is that, you know how you all go through phases, like Abby was saying, thanks, Donia, you're awesome. You know how Abby was just sharing with us that she changed her channel name because it used to be Scrap and Abby because she was into scrapbooking, but now she's making beautiful tomes, books, right? So we all go through phases. Now, I don't know. I go through different phases of what I enjoy making and what I don't. And so I'm sure that I have plenty of stuff that I'm just stringing it onto the same piece of wire. You can add multiple pieces of wire. I'm just stringing it on. It's always good. I like buying beads in a shank, you know, on the actual thread. But, you know, when I lived on the mainland, I could go and buy, because I was a jeweler, and I would always go to buy high-end jewelry stuff, but really close by where I lived in New York were all those amazing bead stores where you could buy seed beads on string, on a shank. And I used to buy lots of that, but I don't have it here now. So I get whatever I have. But I have different phases of things that I've bought. So see, I'm just going to take the beads, I'm going to string them onto my wire, and then I'm going to wrap it around. Okay, and mine's not going to be perfect. I'm not trying to cover the whole thing. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to change colors in a few minutes. I'm going to do a few of this color, and then I'll do a few of a different color. So for me, it's like one of those things where I have things that are just like mishmash of like old crafting things or things I'm just not that into as I'm not as into as I was once. And I could use to let go of some of it. How about you? I cannot be the only one. I cannot be the only one who has. I know I'm not, because Abby just told me she. I have never scrapbooked, so I can't say that I have that. But I certainly have some scrapbooking supplies. Like I love beautiful paper, but it's paper I'm never gonna. I use it sparingly because I'm not gonna. You guys to ship paper here is ridiculous, and it's just. That's why I love painty papers. And who was it that said? I think it was Trish that said that they. One of you guys said that they give you like. You get a package of 24 pieces of scrapbooking paper, and 5 of them are going to be so ugly you're never going to use them again. You're never going to use them, and you don't even know why they included it in there, except they must have included it so that they could get rid of all the ugly scrapbook paper in the world. Remember when we had the ugly scrapbook paper conversation? Hi, Carla Cage Fish. You have too much stuff and you're using it or losing it as well. You know what I think I may do is my daughter was like really she was so sweet with me, but she was like saying, "Mom, you really should just go through, and if you're not going to use it, you should, put it in a big lot of things, like make a big box of it and just, sell it really inexpensively just to get it out of here." And I may do that. I've been contemplating. I have been putting together some really a lot of kits, some really cool kits, and I'm loving the kits that I've been putting together. So they're all eclectic and odd and stuff. I have some cool stuff in them. So I'm just going to keep wrapping it around, and I may change. I'm going to add. I think I might add some of these beads to it too, until I get a bead cap done. I missed your live stream today, Carla. I was not around. And if you guys haven't gone over and experienced Carla's channel, go on over and subscribe. You will love it. She is the queen of collage. At least that's what I think she is. But you guys can go and see for yourself. And she really shows you and makes you feel really comfortable with composition and things where you find your stuff. And she uses lots of really cool magazine pages and stuff like that as well as scrapbooking paper. She does use nice paper. She hasn't slummed it totally like me and craft completely from recycling. And I don't totally craft from recycling, but I like to. It's my favorite thing. How many of you guys subscribe to Jessica's channel, Jessica Rapp? You guys go over and show her some love. You were the queen of collage today in your Fibs book. Oh, it's awesome. This is your 3rd year of Use It or Lose It. Ooh. Lucinda said she worked on quirky paper dolls. Hi, Phaedra. First of all, did anybody go over and watch Phaedra's paper quilts? They were stunningly awesome. I'm thinking about making one as a book cover, but I haven't, because I have it on my crafty wish list. I have a Dee Dee Willingham has a book, a thing that she calls Society of Idea Collectors, and I have a similar like thing going on where I've made a list of stuff that I want to work on, and I haven't. But did you guys go over and and subscribe to Jessica's channel. She's a new YouTube artist. I don't know how many subscribers she has, but you guys go over and check her out. You're going to be, especially some of you ladies who love vintage junk journaling. She does some beautiful, beautiful vintage junk journals, and I love her. Go over and show her some love. Hi, Lovely Art. Welcome. Everybody say hello to Lovely Art. Lovely Art, tell us your first name. Okay. Can you guys hear the dog? She's crying because the babe didn't take her outside to play because I guess it looked like it was going to rain. Where her friends couldn't play. So she's standing at the door crying. You guys have to sub to Phaedra. She does a link, please, to, it's Jessica Rapp. Let me see if I can get it. Miss Scotty, are you here? Can you find it or no? Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can find it for you. Miss Hottie Popo was here. We would know, but she is not here today. I talked to her earlier. You guys, she has to get up so early, so she may have just had, let me see. Okay, let me give you Jessica Rapp. You guys go over and subby to her because you'll love it. And you have to subby to Miss Phaedra. She makes beautiful paper quilts. You got the paper quilt thing, I have to tell you, for me, I'm going to have to do it. It was awesome. But it's Jessica Rapp, 2 Silver Oranges. And she just started live streaming, so she live streams a couple of times a week. And I know she live streams late Sunday, so she would be. Hi, Hottie Popo! There's our Hottie Popo. Scotty got Jessica, and Hottie Popo's got Jessica's channel and Phaedra's channel. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. We miss you, Hottie. You guys show Hottie Popo some love. She's still in the middle of moving. We all need some Hottie Popo. Everyone needs a Hottie Popo in their life. So everybody send Miss Hottie Popo and Miss Bet some love, okay? They are still moving, and if anybody has ever moved, you know how stressful that is. Moving is stressful. You're sleeping. We have confidence in you. What do you talk about? Scotty, I love you. You're awesome. What do you mean nobody has confidence in you? What are you, crazy? So I woke Suze up. Sorry, Suze. I didn't mean to wake you up. Scotty, we love you. Guys, I swear this week has anybody else experienced some kind of craziness? You're obsessing over junk journals right now? Well, that's my life though, Carla. I make more junk journals than probably anything. I mean, just because I don't show you guys all the ones I make, because sometimes it's a little embarrassing. Guys, when you're obsessed with something, you make like tons of it. Right? When you make tons and tons and tons of it. Right now I'm making these altered books, which I'm really in love with. And I'm doing lots of transfers, which is fun. What else am I making on? Besides that, and the scavenger hunt. I don't know. I am making I made this video. Okay, so you guys want to have a laugh? Okay, because I have this list of videos that I was trying to finish making. So how many of you guys joined the Creative Arts Collaboration, the CAC on Facebook? You know, they've sponsored a couple of video hops for people who, you know, it's really to try and help promote art on YouTube because, you know, it's a really great thing. I mean, I'm not a gamer and I don't do a lot of, not a big YouTube sensationalist, you know. I think that you know, crafting doesn't always get the highest, yeah, the highest accolades. You know, it's because it's like, I guess there's nothing sensational about junk journaling. Anyway, so creative arts collaboration, put on these video hops. So I had it on my list to do because tomorrow's the deadline to do the next video hop. And I love supporting it because there's many people in the video hop that don't have a lot of YouTube subscribers. So what happens is when you have a larger channel and you link a larger channel, say before you link a smaller channel, like you put all the people that watch me regularly will go over and watch a channel that doesn't necessarily have very many subscribers, and then they get more exposure. And then, not that my channel's so large because I don't have a large channel, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, so tomorrow is the video hop. So I spent my morning and I worked on a project that I had in mind. I've been working on the project for a couple of days, off and on. I mean, not steadily, but I've been working on it for a couple of days, and I needed to make the video for it. So I made the video for it, and I go to link it, and I read in, this is how my life rolls, you guys. I read in the description box. Hi, Tanya. No, you're welcome, Jess. I love you. So all the videos that I read in the description, so I make the video, and you guys, it took me because I live stream so much and I don't make videos anymore, really. I mean, because I feel like I'm talking to you guys, and in my videos I'm talking to myself, I think. I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm talking to myself here too, but who knows? I don't know what the difference is for me. Maybe one of you guys that live streams can say what the difference is for you. So I go over and I look and I see that it's tomorrow, that the video hops tomorrow and this and that. And so I go to post my link. It takes me, I want to say 5 or 6 takes to make this video because the dog starts barking. I told you my neighbor decides he's going to do his woodworking or whatever, and he's just, it's my life. It's just, you guys know, you hang out with me, you know my life rolls. So I realized that, you guys, I did not read it correctly, okay? The video hop is, this time you had to pick a previous video hopper and make a project inspired by their video. You guys, I did not, yeah, it's weird, right, Carla? You do forget to how to make short videos. And so I was like, I worked on this project and oh my God, you guys, it's just so ridiculous. So if I want to do it, I have to make a whole new video, and I have to pick someone I'm inspired by. Like somebody from the video hop. Well, you guys, they all craft with real supplies. I craft with recycling. Okay, so let me just get my top of my bead cap here down a little bit. Whatever. It's just me. You know that's how my life rolls. You know that and Superman, right? That and Superman running down the street. So, did you guys see who won the Hi, Happy Ray. Did you guys see who won the logo competition for Careheart's video? Did you guys see who won? It was a beautiful logo. How many of you guys saw? How many of you guys participated? Did some of you guys participate in Care's? Sorry, you guys. I unwound my thing. I'm going to wind it with something by itself and then wrap the beads around it. Did any of you guys go and see the beautiful logo for her? I could do okay, but Carla, I'd spent hours making the video already. And then you guys, I looked through their videos and they make they're just doing. Wait. But I will have to make a project. I kind of decided what I'm going to make, but I have to I was like, ah, after I spent hours making it. Tanya says, craft with what you have on hand and presents I give for my birthday and Christmas too. Well, the reason I do, Tanya, is because when you live on an island, and I'm sure all of you can relate to this, when you suddenly live on an island and every little thing that you have, you realize it will end up in the ocean, you know, in a landfill, or if the washed away to the ocean, you become more. I saw Shannon's resin pour. It's awesome. Amberly's telling me to choose someone that inspires you and then make a video on how to do the project in an upcycled way. Oh, I will, but that wasn't the point. The point was I read it wrong. Okay, I spent all this time. So I may make I'll show you guys the project I made. I don't know if it'll inspire you, but I'll show you the project that I made. But I have to make another video tonight because the deadline's tomorrow. So it means I gotta go dig in the garage to find what I want to make, and it's just my ridiculousness, you guys. It's just me. It's like I realize that I make things much harder for myself. Does anybody else do that? Anybody else make things like so much harder for themselves than they need to be? I do it on my own. I don't even need anybody's help, and I do it on my own. I make it harder for myself. Make my own chisel hard for myself. Carla, I still have some stuff to send you for your birthday. I have a box over here. I was hoping to have my car because you guys, it's ridiculous. It's like I don't have a way to get to the post office, and I can't ask Hottie to drive my postage stuff to the post office. And lately he's been working crazy hours and a double shift, and I thought that our electric car was going to be done. And I would already have gone to the post office. I have so many things to take when I go. They're going to think that it's like Christmas or think that I have an eBay or something, an eBay store. I will show you what I made. I was kind of mad at myself because I spent a long time making it. Not because I love what I made. Are you kidding? It's all out of recycling, so. Video all set up for next time. Yes. Tanya says she lives 2 hours outside of Melbourne in the Bay Area. Yeah, recycling is helping our environment. It is. Okay, I'm almost done with this one, and then I will put a bead on top. I may use. So you know what I did do, guys? I did actually start looking at how to make a lamp armature. Now I made one a million years ago. Did any of you guys ever make like your own lamps when you were like super poor? But you went to the thrift store, right? And you took apart a lamp armature. Well, I want to make myself a really beautiful one because of all of those beautiful beads that Miss Messy Table Studio sent me. Messy Table Studio sent me the most beautiful beads, and I showed them last week in our live stream. And so now I'm kind of obsessed with that. You have to post your video by tomorrow, Scotty, in order to be in the video hop. The deadline for posting your video in the group is tomorrow. And it's because it takes a while. You have to gather up everybody to their links. It's a whole process, and Meridel Abrams does it, and she's so awesome, you guys. And if you guys don't know who she is, you should go over and check her out. Happy's World says she's been there, done that. Not 6 hours, but I've turned the camera on many times. Okay, can I just tell you, it was like, oh, Vicki, that's happened to me. Vicki, that has happened to me. Can I tell you something? I made this video when I first started making videos. I made this video and I was showing a flip through of this thing, and I was like, it was for this. I told you guys I started making videos for my friend's Facebook group. So, anyway, I cried. I did this whole thing, went through the whole thing, and there was nothing there. I forgot to turn it on. You just gave up, Kathy? Oh. I don't think she made a 6 hour. You didn't make a 6 hour video, did you, Vic? Or did you just have it on while you were doing a project and you were going to edit it? Well, I'll show you guys. I'm almost done with this. So Carla, I have a bunch of magazines and stuff from Hawaii for you, and a tiny. And please don't get that. It's not that fabulous of a birthday. It's my version of a birthday gift, and it is not fabulous. Not like Vicky's or Jessica's or all the cool things that I've gotten. You guys, I'm still gonna do my videos of all the things that you guys sent me. Guys, I got 2 huge boxes yesterday of junk journaling stuff, and I have to tell you, I was overwhelmed. It was so amazing. And it's all like really cool. I have a friend who's cleaning out her craft room and she said, I want to send you something for your birthday. And I'm like, okay, just a few things. I said, how about some Chinese, fortunes and you guys, she sent me way too much, but it's still awesome. Okay. All right. I think I'm done. All right. So I could finish wrapping, but you guys get the general gist of it. I'll show you the project that I made, and I will put some beads on the top. I've got to put some beads on the top. Okay, are you ready for my project that I didn't realize needed to be inspired because I didn't read the directions, okay? Can I tell you guys, I'm not a direction reader. Are you excited for my trash that I'm going to send you? And you don't have to, and when you get it, Carly, you don't have to tell anybody, okay? You do not have to tell anybody. You don't have to show it because I'm not a person that needs any accolades, trust me. Okay. Here's my project. Okay, ready? This is what I made my video of. Okay. This is what I made my video of because I don't read directions and I didn't do it right. Here, let me just. You sent her a bird's nest? You know what, Vicky? If I can find it, I have a bird. They have birds here in Hawaii and the nests are like this big. And I have a bird that lays eggs in my front and the nests are maybe 2 inches high. And I had one, but I don't know. It was in my kitchen, but I think one of the kids might have thrown it out because they think I collect weird stuff. Okay, let me fix this so the zoom's not in on it. Okay, let's see. Because I don't know how to fix this. This is so ridiculous. Okay, let's see. But I will, Carla, if I get one of those bird's nests, I will send you one. They lay eggs in our front window all the time. I mean, in our front hedge all the time. Okay. This is going to be a little bit. So it's going to zoom out so you guys can see my project. Okay, this is what I spent. This is what no, mine's not a bird's nest, Vicky, but I did collect her some stuff, and I collected it for her whale book because she was doing it. You mean that in the most non-stalkerish way? What do you? Well, but see, Carly, you have to realize my kids, when I'm going to give you guys a tour of my mess, not right yet. I can't break, guys, I'm already overwhelming myself. Okay. Okay. Abby, what do you mean in the most non-stalkerish way? Oh, you guys, I'll have to tell you my stalker story and then you guys will all have a good laugh. Okay. She has a relaxing voice. In the most non-stalkerish way. Okay, so here was my project, okay? All right, so here's the outside envelope, okay, made out of trash. Okay, ready? Okay, here is my project. Okay, this is what I made the video on. See, now you guys can really see my mess. Okay, you see this? And it's all made from a travel magazine because I get all these things all the time. Hi, Caitlin. We're so happy you're here. And how's your new baby nephew? He's so gorgeous. Okay, so this was what I'm sending out to a friend. It was my version of a flip book or a pen pal letter made with a magazine. Okay, so here. Abby, I love you. You thought you should clear it up since you're both in Florida? Okay. So this is what I made. All right. Can you guys see it? And you don't have to respond if it's not for you. But it was hard for me to think of because I'm so into making everything out of recycling. So I made it from a travel magazine, from this travel magazine right here. This is the travel magazine that I made this from. And they're all bits and pieces from the travel magazine. Can you see it? Is it close enough where you can see it? Okay, so you think so? It's like made from a travel magazine. Okay, so I made this whole video and I realized I was supposed to be inspired by somebody else. Okay, so I live in the tropics and I made this out of everything's made out of recycling. There's nothing, well, I did put a bag of tea in here. Okay, so that's not recycled. But I went through the magazine. Yeah, we're speaking of real preoccupied birds' nests, Bethany. Yes, that's what they're talking about. So this is what it is. I did like a waterfall, you know, like a flip book waterfall, whatever, scrapbooking waterfall. Abby would know because I'm not a scrapbooker. But I found 3 magazine pages that I loved that are part of where I'm from, right? And this is upcountry, which is cowboy country here in Makabaw. And then you can see the mountains here in Maui. And this is an old town called Paia. And this is Hana, which is a really beautiful area, but this is a map of Hana, right? And I made 3 envelopes. You guys are all from Florida. So I made 3 envelopes and I glued them together, right? And then you know how envelopes are not always pretty. So then I flipped through the magazine and I found all these like bits and pieces. Like if you flip through these these magazines, they have really cool. I like this one particularly because it has more art in it. But I cut out pieces of the magazine, right? And I put those in these little pieces of art and stuff, and I put them in this. Like I cut them out, right? And then I cut out ads, and like this was from it. And then I made like paperclip embellishments. This came from an ad. This was a mermaid, and I made her in my hidden paperclip thing, right? And then I made this one I liked really cute. This one was from a company called thedailyflounder.com, and I thought it was so cute. It's in the middle of an ad, you know, in the back of the magazine, and I cut it out and made a paperclip embellishment. And then I made this one out of a paper. This one was also part of an ad. And I made, you know, just my normal hidden paperclip embellishments. You guys come to Hawaii. It's not cold here. What's cold for us? So then I went through and I cut out like, you know, words from here, aloha, and this is someone's art that I included on that one. And this was from the hammock store, which I thought was really cute, the hammock store. And I cut it out and added it here. And then this was some botanics and stuff like that. And then I wrote like about me, like fun facts about myself. I made from one of those Project Life cards, I painted it with chalkboard paint and wrote on, you know, fun facts about myself. And I added some tea from Hawaii. And then in the bottom just has some like handmade junk. You're originally from Oregon, but you've lived now in Florida since 2016. Well, that's cool. Florida's awesome. So after I made this whole thing, I made the video, and then I sent some handmade washi that I made on a vintage playing card, and I sent her one of my Power Pack girls, which I thought this one was so beautiful. I had found this saying said triumphant return of the goddess, and I thought it was beautiful. And then I just sent her a little handmade envelope with some little handmade bits in it. Nothing like too big, right? But I made this whole video because you have to do something from, you know. You're telling me Florida weather is bipolar? Oh no. You like it, Sherry? Thanks. Thanks, Sherry. Thanks, Charlene. So this is what I made, okay? So this was what I made my video on, and I showed like how you find, and then I made an envelope to mail it in because most of the time, like, because it's a little fatter than, because my whole video was like how to make something from nothing, right? And then I realized I have to make a video inspired by somebody else's art. so, so I have to make a new video. That's what I did. That was my video, and it took me forever to make it because I'm not, you guys, I'm telling you. Thanks, Kathy. Florida's bipolar. You guys are so funny. You want to make one like this, Lucinda? Oh, I'll make a new video that doesn't have their thing in it. But it's nothing, Lucinda. It's just 3 envelopes. Look, it's 3 envelopes, and you make them just the same way we always make envelopes. Because I made one. Where did I do the other one? Guys, I'm telling you, I'm having my own moment today. You know, you need a magazine, any magazine. That's the first part that you need, is the magazine. And then the rest of it is just easy, because once you have the magazine, you have everything, right? You just need 3 pages from a magazine. I made another one in process, but because my area is so messy right now. Let's see if it's here. I don't know where I put it. I made another one because I made it from start to finish, and the other, not totally from start to finish, but I made 3 envelopes. I mean, three things. You just need 3 pages, 3 magazine pages. It's so easy. It is not difficult at all. You just need 3 magazine pages, but I don't know what I did with the other ones because I made another one. Maybe here it is. Let's see. So I started making another one in the video. I showed them how I picked out the magazine pages, and then I, showed them how to make an envelope. And then this was the other one that I made because I loved this artwork. This was somebody's painting, and we have a beautiful lavender farm and there's a part here on the island that is. You're going to pull out your envelope punch board. Oh, Cassandra, this is like so fun. Here, I'll make one with you guys. Who wants to make one of these with me right now? So easy. You need 3 pages of a magazine. Actually, you need 5 if you want to make an outside envelope, because you need to double your outside envelope. Sweet dreams, Phaedra. Big hugs. We love you, Phaedra. What did I miss, you guys? I'm missing the whole... Okay, let's see. No, Scotty, you have to be inspired by somebody in the hop. You have to be inspired by somebody in the hop. That's why I didn't, well, I can't use it because I wasn't inspired by somebody in the hop. Yes, you can mail in this envelope. You can mail in this envelope, Kathy, this one. Look, you could mail in this one if you wanted to. If you sealed it up, you could mail in the ones that you made. But I put mine inside of another one because I added extra stuff to it, and because I don't want it to get torn up, especially if you've made it. You know what I'm saying? I make you addicted to making paper envelopes. I'm sorry. Hey, Jane. I was inspired by myself. That's right. I was inspired by myself. No, you have to pick somebody previous. Okay, it's so easy. All right. Let me see if I can clean up my desk enough. You guys, I can never craft neat. Okay? I can try all I want, but I can't craft neat. Okay, so you pick 3. You have to pick 3 pages. 3. You need 5 total. So if you want to make the outside envelope. So you pick 3 pages of something you're going to like. And you don't want to use this one because this one's kind of thick. You want to use, and it can be any magazine. You could use fashion magazine. Here, this one looks okay. The idea, though, you have to realize is that some of the things are going to be, oh, this one's got good stuff to cut out. All right, so what you want to do is see these little small pieces in your magazine. You want to cut those out because sometimes when you're folding your magazine, you'll see. I'll show you. So those are for a cutout. And those I could use for a cutout. Let's see. This one I could use for the outside envelope. So you need 2 pages that are not necessarily pretty that you're going to glue together to wrap your piece in. Okay? So you need that. Let's see. Hot Island glass I like. Let's see. Before I... See, like, this is a cool one. Like, look at this page. See this one? This will make a cool envelope. So this one's one. I want them to look kind of different. Let's see. These I'm going to cut out of. I don't know if I'm going to use this one. Here, hold on. These 2. There's got to be nicer ones in here. Hold on. And I kind of like mine not all being, I like them being, not totally the same. you know, trying to pick out so there's different colors. Let's see. See one of these. Oh, there's Kula. Oh, that's gorgeous. See how beautiful it is here, you guys? The island I live on is called the island of Maui, and it has 26 microclimates. Like, look at this. This is Kula's up near the Haleakala crater, which is where the volcano is. Hey, Janet. So, and then I'll use this one. This one says Explore. Let's see. Okay, and this one's nice too. Paia. Ooh. Let's see. Here, this one's good too. So you only need 3 for the inside. Okay. And then I'll show you. So pick out your 3 and you're going to make your envelopes. So that one, some are better than this. This one's good. This one's good. Let's see. And that one's good. Okay, so I have those 3. So you want to do your envelope fold. Okay, so you want to start off with your pages being similar in size. It just works out better that way. So if you need to trim off the sides, trim off the sides. And get a throwaway magazine and practice. And you can do it out of any envelopes you want. Bye, Ab. You leaving? Big hugs. We're happy you came to hang out with us. Thanks for lurking. You guys, go on over and subscribe to her her channel. And you'll like it a lot. So you want to go ahead and you want to I make my envelopes by making a square. So what I do is I just bring it to here and I just push in the middle just a little bit so that I know where the center is. It's easier to do it. Okay, Janet's saying Janet's telling me that she's doing a secondary deadline, April 15th, to finish the scavenger hunt book. So you guys will just continue to work on our scavenger hunt book with Janet. And for those of you that haven't started it, it's not too late. Go on over to her channel, Janet M. Young, and you can join. Oh, you're still here? You listened, it was referring to, when she visits Oregon. So, sorry. I was like, okay. All right, so the kind of cool thing is you want them all to kind of be the same size. You want them all to be the same size. This is the way I figured out the best way to make your envelopes. Unless you have an envelope punch board, which it's easier for you to make all of your envelopes with an envelope punch board, go for it. I have an envelope punch board, but I'm making these freehand. Okay, so you got all your squares going on, all right? So you got 3 squares. You're going to make your envelopes. So what you do is you fold one corner to one side. This is what I do. You can do it anyway. If you want this is the way I find you get the most even ones, okay? And you're just going to push it in the middle, and then you do it the opposite way, all right? And you're just going to push it in the middle because you don't really want to crease in your envelope, but you want to, okay? So you can see there's like a cross. Can you see, or an X in the middle? You called me by the, you were at, it's all good, Janet. It's all good. Okay, so then what I try to do is, you see that there's a front side and a back side. So when you're making these, you want to kind of think the very bottom envelope you're going to see the whole image of. The rest are going to have a piece into the next section. Not that it matters, but it can. So you can say, and most of the time you're just going to be looking at what comes up in the, you're going to be looking at what comes up in the, you're going to be looking on the inside. You're not going to be turning the letter over. So you're going to be kind of looking at what's in here. So that's what I'm more concerned with. But you can, So I just wanted to see, what do I want down? Let's see, this one says cowboy boots. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. So where that little square is, or that little X is, you wanna fold in the sides to touch each other there, to that little X. And then you wanna pull up the bottom, and I like it because it says cowboy boots, right? And that's gonna be the inside of my envelope. So then you want to do all three that way before you fold down the top. So you want to find the center of each one, and you're going to glue them, but not yet. So you're going to find the center of each one, and then you're going to find the center of each one. Where you have that little X that you've made, and then decide what you're going to have. Okay, so that's 2 and 1 more. So you just want to do the same thing again. You want to pull and touch the center. And then touch the center, and then you want to say, what do you want? I think I want to do it this way. So I want to see the sunrise over Kula in the bottom of my envelope. All right, so then what I do after this is I put all of them together, and I will fold over. I'm going to fold over one. Now we haven't glued anything together yet. Okay. And then I'm going to take the other 2, because this is the flap that's coming down, and I'm going to lay them inside, and I'm going to try to fold them evenly so that they're kind of close. They don't have to be totally, but it helps when you're stacking them. Now, if you guys have never made one of these, make them out of regular envelopes before you make them out of this, and you'll see what I mean, you know? And all right, now you need your glue. And I use glue stick that I just managed to drop on the floor, but I will find it. Here it is. Use glue stick. I think glue sticks and magazine pages work the best. That's what I think. But you guys use what you have, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold down the little center part, the little tab, and then I'm going to glue that in first. The little center. I mean, you could cut it off, but it doesn't really matter. If you want to go to you can join our Facebook group. It's called Crafting Mamas. Anybody's welcome to join. And I think it is in the description link. You can't make them, Scotty? I'll come to Arkansas and make them with you, Scotty. Or you come to Hawaii and make them with me. So then you want to glue, just put a little glue on the outside of your envelopes, just like this. Just a little bit on each one. Okay, and you want to put it on the outside here, and you want to put them here on the insides. Okay? And that's one envelope. And you want to go ahead and do the other 2 exactly the same way. You want to pull down the center part, and it doesn't matter, you guys, if it's not even or it looks a little off. You won't, trust me, once you finish with your little book, you won't even notice it. You can do the same thing with scrapbooking paper if you have scrapbooking paper. You guys come. I would love it if you guys came. It would make me so happy. Okay. So So, right, and then you just glue you want your 3 glued just like that. All right, and one more. I'm going to pull the center down. And I do like company. I do like company. It's not the greatest time of year right now, you guys. It's rainy season here, and I know for most people, you guys are staying, and it's warmer than it is where you are. But for most of you, you don't want to come to Hawaii when it's raining. I mean, it does rain a little bit every day, but not right now is considered our real rainy season, you know? It can be a bummer for people to come and it can be a bummer for people to come and have for us, you know, we never get enough rain because we need the water, right? But for other people, it's too much. Okay, so you have 3 envelopes. Now what you want to decide is which one you want to be seen that you like the best, that you don't want to have any part of it covered up. Because as you layer them one on top of the other, you're going to have them covered up. So I think this one, I like this one a lot. I think that one's going to be my bottom one. And I'm thinking like this. Because the very top one is the one, maybe like this. Okay. So you want to go to the very bottom envelope and you want to leave about a quarter. Oh, first of all, you want to trim it. Okay. See where you folded it over? You want to trim those parts off. Because you want to be able to make sure, if you were just going to send this as a regular envelope with Happy Mail in it, you don't have to do this. But because you're going to be gluing it on top of one on top of the other, you want to be able to get your mail out or get things in. And because it's only a magazine page, it can rip. Then I also cut a little notch. I take my scissors to the corner of the mail and I flip. And again, I take my scissors to the corner of the mail and I just put a little notch. So you want to do that to all your envelopes before you glue them together. And you can see where it's scored because it's where you folded it. You know? And you just want to be able to get your mail in and out. Especially if you send like ATCs or a real pen pal letter or a real, anything that may take up some space. So you want to do that to all 3 of your envelopes. Oh, good, Kelly. I do love company, Scotty. I do. Well, you guys know that, we're contemplating moving to another island. So when we actually move to another island, we will have a lot more space than we have here. Hey, Lynn, how are you? How are you, Lynn? Okay. So now you've got your 3 envelopes. So I've decided I want this one to be on the bottom because that's the one I'm going to see the whole complete picture of. So then I'm going to go, you want to leave a 1/4 of an inch from the fold. You don't want to glue it to a 1/4 of an inch from the fold because if you make your envelope fat, there won't be any way for, like if you stuff enough stuff in it, there won't be any place for it to fold over into. So that's my big secret. I don't know if it works the same when you make it without magazine pages. Okay, so about a 1/4 of an inch from the fold down at the bottom. And you just want to do the same thing. And that is it. Is it any simpler? Is it any easier than that? That is all there is to it. And you guys, those of you that make amazing, beautiful, vintagey looking junk journals, you can do the same thing with book pages and add lace. You can add these as pages in your journal. Same 1/4 of an inch from the fold That is it. Voila. Now you see, folds up, folds up, folds over. That is it. That is all there is to it. Now you stuff it with whatever you want. Yes, Caitlin, that will mean I'm moving my crafting space again. Yes, Caitlin. Caitlin, you are right, but it won't be for a while. I would like to be, if I could be relocated, my dream relocation would be before the summer, like right when school's out, you know, but I don't know. It depends. It's a lot of different factors. It's a lot of different things. Yeah, every island here has its own energy and its own rhythm. So this is what the outside looks like, and you know, when it's all folded out, and then this is what it looks like. And then I went back and like added in my, where's the one that I made? Okay, here's the one that I finished, right? I went back and I made another envelope for the outside, you know. But I went back and I added wherever it wasn't beautiful, like maybe I would do it here on this side. You think I make cool things? I make whatever. I make stuff out of trash. I like it. Okay, so I went back and I added, like on this one, cut out some pictures from the magazine because it had some beautiful botanicals, and I, you know, wrote goodies on this one, cut out like, you know, and then cut somebody else's painting, and I cut an aloha from the inside of the magazine. So I would do something similar here. I would go through and I would find, you know, I showed you that I found these little pictures, like this picture of the horse, the Paniola. You know, because Hawaii it has a year-round growing season. I don't know exactly when, but a lot of people came here many, many, many years ago to raise cattle, and there's an area on my island. It's a town called Makawao, and that is where a lot of the ranching and stuff went on. So I might cut and see where it says cowboy boot. Maybe I'll put this one here. Maybe I'll cut it out, fussy cut it, and glue it here next to the cowboy boot. And this has got a beautiful waterfall from, I'm assuming it's from the road to Hana. I'm assuming this is the 7 sacred pools. And I might glue that piece up there. But you get that kind of idea, right? Lynn says, saving the planet one magazine page at a time. Yeah, you're right, Lynn. You were so right. And then I went through and I did my hidden paper clip stuff. You know, I found like in ads, you know how like, I don't know. Like this would be a cool hidden paper clip if I cut a piece of this out, if I cut some of that out. This is Paia's, the windsurfing capital here, where they do lots of windsurfing. So, but you guys get the idea. So you can make your own your own pen pal mail from your. Oh, I'm not doing it today, Caitlin. It's such a mess. I can't pick my camera up. It's suspended from the ceiling. I'd have to do it another day, but I will one day. It's tiny. My space is small. So now you guys get the idea. So the next time you're out and you find a magazine. Oh, Caitlin, my space is such a mess right now. I look at it when I cry, but it's okay. So next time you're out and you find a magazine that you like, you'll go, oh, you know what? I'm going to grab that. Or when you go on vacation and you pick up, you know, you can pick up bits and pieces of magazine pages or whatever. You can, you know, when you go on vacation, you get those travel magazines and that sort of thing. So, Caitlin, mine is beyond the beyond right now. It is beyond the beyond. Totally beyond the beyond. Okay, so how many of you guys are going to go and make some tassels? I just have to finish that one with the wire wrapping. And then I've made 3. Find my lid to the glue, because it's on my messy desk. It's on my messy 2 foot by 2 foot table. Pretend you're going on vacation and you use your AAA magazines. That's right, Lynn. Pretend like you're on vacation and you use your AAA magazines. I agree with you, Lynn. Oh my gosh. How many of you guys go on vacation every year? Guys, I live in a vacation spot, so I don't guess there's no place for me to go on vacation, right? There's no place for me to go on vacation. Scotty said she asked her mother to see if my nephew could save some of his son's homework in Braille. Oh, that's beautiful. Jess says she's always on vacation. Good for you, Jess. I'm not on vacation. I used to save all the books up that I wanted to read in a year when my kids were little. Because when they were little, I didn't have time to read. I used to save up all these books, and we would go on vacation for like 3 weeks to this place, this lake in the middle of this island in the middle of a lake in New Hampshire. And I used to take all the books, and because there was no television or anything there, so I'd take for the kids or anything, so they played all day, and I would take all the books and I would sit outside and I would read. Caitlin says she went to Japan last year. Oh wow, Caitlin, that sounds awesome. I've been to Japan. Japan is awesome. I think that's awesome. Good for you. I'm glad you got to go to Japan. It's like a great vacation. All right, my lovelies, who would like to stay for the woo-woo? And we're going to do the woo-woo, and I'm going to call it a night. For those of you that have never been here, I do guided meditation at the end of our time together. And all of you that haven't said, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And find your crafty besties. Charlene's going to stay. Night, Linda. We love you. I'm happy you're here. Nat, Trace is staying. Okay. So for those of you, just give me a few seconds and we'll start. Everybody that wants to hang out, stay. And those of you that don't, it's all good. It's just, okay. Good night, Jane. I love you. We love you, Jane, and thanks for coming to hang out. And you guys don't forget, those of you that want to participate in the Cassandra's mom's 94th birthday, head on over to Crafting Mamas and join the event. It's in the event section. And it's Olivia's 94th birthday. And all of those that make a card and just post a picture in the event section, and you have to mail it out like the 15th, 16th. You have to post the pictures by the 15th of March. We will do a giveaway on the 16th of March of a junk journaling kit for those that participated. Everybody will be in that drawing. Okay? All right, girls, give me 1 second and we're going to start the meditation. So for those of you that have never done it, all you need to do to participate is inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Find a quiet place to sit. Hi, James. Sit or lie down. You can do the meditation with your eyes open or eyes closed. It doesn't matter. It works no matter what. And for those of you that are curious, that would like to just hang out but don't want to do the meditation, all you need to do is just say no, and you won't receive the energy work. You may feel a little bit better, but you won't receive the energy work. Okay? All right, give me 1 second, ladies, and we'll get started. All right, everybody, find yourself a place to sit or lie down. All right? And all you're going to do is inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Imagine yourself in a column of light. And when you look up, you can't see the end. And when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. With every inhale and every exhale, allow your column of light to get brighter and brighter and wider and wider. Allow your column of light to go deep, deep, and even deeper into the earth. Allow your column of light to head right for the heart of the earth. Give your column of light big roots, anchoring itself deep in the heart of the earth, like big oak roots. Feel your column of light anchor itself and your roots becoming deeper and deeper and deeper into the heart of the earth. For those of you that suffer from chronic pain, allow your roots to go deeper, and with every inhale, feel the love of the earth, and with the exhale, allow the pain to release itself deep in the heart of the earth. In this meditation today, with every exhale, we are releasing anything in our body personality that no longer works for us. Any aches, pains, anything that is other than optimal health, allow it to leave your body. Receive in love and release in love. Let's ask the earth to bless us with her energy. I see this energy like beautiful golden light, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful golden light energy pouring through your column of light, filling your feet and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips, filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist, your chest, your shoulders, arms, hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your throat and neck, your face and head, and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Breathe in and feel your body filled with this beautiful golden light. Now focus on your column of light above your head. Give your column of light this suggestion deep in the heart of the central sun. And with that, your column of light is right there, deep in the heart of the central sun. Let's invite the central sun to share her loving energy with us. Give your column of light the same deep tree roots that you have below your feet in the heart of the earth. On the inhale, receive this beautiful light, this beautiful diamond light from the heart of the central sun. And on the exhale, release any and all pain, any and all physical limitation that you are experiencing in your being, soul, spirit. Ready? Receive this beautiful light. And on the exhale, release whatever doesn't work for you. Ready? Receive in love and release in love. Feel this beautiful diamond light filling your head and face completely, your neck and throat, your shoulders, arms, hands, and wrists, and out every finger. Feel it filling your back and chest, your waist, every vertebra of your spine, your lower abdomen, and feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and pouring out your feet, expelling any and all excess deep in the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to heaven and earth. Now I'd like you to focus on the point of light deep in the heart of the earth where you are connected. And on the inhale, receive peace, bliss, and freedom. And on the exhale, you're going to release anything that doesn't work for you. Ready? Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. And release anything else. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive in love. Release in love. Focus 6 feet below your feet. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Focus 1 foot below your feet. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Focus on the base of your spine. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. And on the exhale, allow your body to release anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Focus on your lower abdomen. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Focus on your waist. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Focus on your heart. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. 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 Focus in the area of your heart one more time and give this area of your heart a window. I'd like you to see this window opening, and on the inhale, you'll receive all the assistance that you need to live easily, joyfully, and effortlessly. And on the exhale, I want you to see anything that no longer works for you leaving, and I want you to see it leaving like smoke. Ready? Receive in love and release. Receive in love and release. Receive in love and release. Make sure the window to your heart is open. Allow whatever no longer serves you in your body at this time to leave. Just see it like energy. It can be anything. It can be a feeling. It could be things that you just feel you're carrying. Anything. Anything, any emotion and any feeling, anything that is not love, allow it to leave. Open the window of your heart and see it leaving like smoke. Just keep releasing. Release disappointment, expectation, grief, loss, anger, frustration. Anything that is any emotion, any feeling, any situation that is anything other than love. See the window open in your heart and see it leaving like smoke. Self-criticism, allow it to leave. Ready? Receive in love and release in love. Allow your attention to focus on your throat. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive in love. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Focus on the point of light between your eyes and the center of your forehead. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. 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 Focus on the point of light at the top of your head. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. 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 Focus 1 foot above your head. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus 6 feet above your head. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Receive in love. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Focus on your roots in the heart of the central sun, where you are connected there. Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. Peace, bliss, and freedom. Peace, bliss, and freedom. Peace, bliss, and freedom. I'd like you to focus back on your heart, and I'd like you to let me know when you feel this energy coming from your hands. Let me know when you feel it. I'd like you to focus on an infinity symbol. See it coming from the heart of the central sun, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the earth, crossing back through your heart and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the central sun, from our beloved Mother Earth, and from Divine Source. And on the exhale, give back love to the central sun, Mother Earth, the Divine Source. Ready? Receive in love and give in love. 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 And when you feel ready, take your time and open your eyes and come back. And let me know if you want to share anything. There's no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. I'm glad you felt it. And if you don't feel it, it's okay. There's no right or wrong. Know that no matter what, you received what you needed to receive. Oh, good. That's awesome, Trace. I love you, Liz. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Liz says, I know I always think that was the best one ever, but tonight really was the best one ever. Oh, you're awesome. I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. How are you feeling, Mama? How have you been? Your head is buzzing? Oh, that's great. Allow the miracles to start coming to you. Allow yourself to ask for what you need and then just observe, and see what transpires, Well, what shows up is what's right and purposeful for all of you, and you can go back and listen to this one at any time, anytime. Your head's buzzing. It's awesome. Allow yourself. Oh, I'm so glad, Liz. So allow yourself to make sure you're connected every day to the earth, because it's hard. You can't receive if you're not connected. It's like we are part of the earth and we can't receive what we need to receive if we're not connected, both in the earth and both in the heavens above us and the central sun and in the earth below and your feet. And we'll make sure you're connected every day. I think I will put a meditation on the channel, just a woo-woo meditation for anybody that wants to come back and listen to it. I know it's very odd to have it in a crafting channel, but you know, you guys you guys came for the crafting and you got a little bit more, okay? Oh, you're welcome, Liz. So you guys, I'm thinking of putting together, or I've been asked on a couple of occasions to put together a retreat here. And it'll be primarily a crafting retreat with a little woo-woo mixed in. So, and I'm thinking it will be like in September. So I'm just giving you a heads up for those of you that wanna, for those of you that wanna, you feel at peace and relaxed, Carrie. Oh, good. For those of you that wanna come to Hawaii on a crafting retreat and receive a little woo-woo, and if you want to come and not receive the woo-woo, that's fine too. You know, I'm heading for September, and it'll be a small group. It's not going to be a very large group of people, so I'm working out the logistics of it all, and just to see if I can actually make it happen. You're starting to say your Delta Miles tonight, Liz? Oh, that's awesome. I may do it with another crafter, a couple of other people that I love, that I want to hang out with for the week. And I've talked to a couple. There's a couple really interested, and I've been asked for a while to do it, but guys, I'm like a little stubborn, you know. I don't always do as I'm asked. So yeah, September's a good time of year to come because it's not so expensive here. So we'll see. We will see. Yeah, so you would just come and craft for a week and have some woo-woo for a week and enjoy the beautiful island of Maui, and that's what I'm thinking. So let me know if you guys are interested. Those that are interested, my email's down there. It's craftingmamasinfo@gmail.com, and I'll send you more information as things unfold. And September's a good time enough away that everybody that wants to come can come. You're feeling amazing right now? Oh, Carrie, I'm so glad. So go back and listen to this anytime you want. I think it was, obviously it's at the end of this, and it's now at 3 hours and 8 minutes. So I'm guessing it was, what, 2 hours? I try to look when it starts so that I can tell other people. Carrie, I'm so glad. Anybody else want to share what they're feeling and what they're experiencing? We always love it when you share. I'm glad you're feeling good. You so deserve it, my love. You so deserve to be in a good place for yourself. Anybody else want to share before we say good night? Please feel free. I want you guys to thank Miss Scotty Popo. She was here the whole night, and we appreciate her so much. Thank you, Miss Scotty. And know that I love you, girls. Anybody else want to share before we say goodnight? Please feel free. Chime in. Pipe in. You think the woo-woo is strong with them. They'll keep disappearing afterwards. You know, I know that happens, Trace. Good night, Yvette. You Tracy, you hit the nail on the head, Mommy. You totally get it. All right, my lovelies, know that I love you, and come back and listen to. Oh, good night, Lynn. Love you, girl. I'm glad you were here. Know that I'm always here with you guys. Come back and listen to it anytime, all right? And I'll see you guys on Friday. All right, ladies. From my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so much aloha. Take care.